Okay, so we can start. Our today's topic is about discourse and power. Or it also say it's CDA, critical discourse analysis. So we have 4 learning focus. The first one is what is CDA, and then history of CDA, and then some basic tools. And then some example practice. So who's gonna share their review?
Because I don't know what to say. Really to because I don't make the video, so I can't.
Yeah, but I also don't really read about this material, so I just try to give what I know. Okay. So what is CDA? So CDA is critical discourse. This is a study about how language can shape people to use languages. It's about the ideology, the power and something like that. So people can use language to show their power and something like that, I think. And it's connect between a real social activities, I think. And yeah, that's all. That's what I know. And the history is, I think it started maybe in 1960s. And what we call it, the people who make it popular and something like that, I think the name is Fairflow, Wodak, and also Funding. Yeah. Do you know that?
Yeah, I know. I read say the point.
And then this CDA become popular in the 20th centuries, and is and connected to the social interaction and something like that. And next is about basic and tools. I don't really remember about this, but I think there are power. I don't really remember about this. Power, ideology, backgrounding, against the genre. I think there are 7 or 8. I think. I remember. The first one about power. Power is who is speaking and who is like control it. And then training. And then so this is called what is the hidden message, I think. Background is what is that is not mentioned in the analysis and something like that. I think agency is for speaking, and then there are also genre is about get a discrimination, or they say that they not competent in that job just because of their language is not good. Yeah, it's not good. So yeah, that's it. That's all I think from this material based on what I understand. So yeah, that's all.
Thank you. So, CDA is the language used to show power. Yeah, I can speak
Do you have another question? That English for
Yes.
No, I only take that in the third semester. Now I'm done. join another group, they could also record with their
Okay, I will
I think none of the group is like yeah, full.
Yeah, maybe. It's already but they're already
Wow.
What are you guys talking about before?
Sorry, you guys have where two are done until I think you guys can.
Share our thoughts. Maybe some from the first topic or about the So, based on my understanding, CPA is like the studies of how the language shows ideology and inequality in like social life. So, based on this statement, it shows that language is never it's always like when we speak, we always like influence others, influence how they think, influence how they will behave, stuff like that. And I think CDA is like further like a next step of discourse. It's more
CPA is a way to see language not only as a word, but as a tool of power. Like we can see in daily life, people often talking or writing like a normal, but then actually behind the words there are the several meanings, like the hidden meanings, the values, or the interest. So CPA tries to open those things so we can understand and we can know like who has a power, who is control, and what ideology is spreaded, and based on language is always happen in social context. Like we cannot, like you explained, we cannot see language as natural. Like language often used to control thinking, to create bad or good image of yourself, or to shape how people think, how people see the world. Like that. For me, CDA, same like you said before, it's about discourse, but it's more specifically to talk about how language is used in more to critic society. It's not just talking about like daily conversational or etc., but it's also refers to how power of political control is exhibits, is being studied in some kind of in a discourse room, and how we mostly talk about like society, and some society that have its culture and its own problems. So maybe CDA is more about the problem and what is more about political problem and cultural problem, rather than just like exhibits or analyzing daily discourse and like
do you guys do have like another opinion, or is it just the same?
yeah, I and it's same with you, Zira.
We should move to number 2. What is number 2?
History.
Unfortunately, I just know that the CDA was founded in 1970. And then just forgot about the express. the famous figures wear fair clothes, dark and bandage. So that in communication, there is always the stronger side and the weaker side. So because of that, CDA is used to study like the media text, the speeches, or the political conversation, and and so we know that who control culturally. But I am afraid also that there's a bit about history because it's not not directly put there. We're not directly shown the history when it's really, I was like, because I read more in the curriculum, I'm not really reading. So I thought that CDA is coming along as this course curriculum that like CDA is as old as this course study. So I think they're in the same or similar field, but mostly CDA may be founded way after this course started. So it's new, right? Society and then at the end discover that society is not just about read and text or conversational daily, but also we need some critics, we need to think about some kind of what's happened in media and reverse to the political and some government because we know that in CDA is also we like to do media a lot.
You both can join the other group. Because we already make a new video, it will like reduce the duration.
You know that video like a course one, right? Before last when I saw that, so like
What?
so real. I don't know how to.
Because there's no other person who did it. If one person can join another group, but
Know how human act.
we're already recording
Just
here.
get
Because if you have
what is that? The voice.
no, this is Karin's phone, not my phone.
That's why I use the record your phone. That's why I say
So if you join other group, you don't have recording.
We don't have any storage, that's the problem.
Yeah, my phone is broke.
That's why we are joining you. So
what you
I don't know.
do we make the new using
That will make us more like.
maybe you can say it to Instagram.
But the point will reduce let's just continue because we already
Because they cannot like edit the video like cut when you are.
is it allowed? We're not supposed to edit it.
But I think if you talk to Mr. Hanafi, maybe he will understand.
It's our fault.
I don't know.
but we have the
Hanafi later.
Where do we start talking? The third learning okay. About terms and okay. Actually cannot quite really differentiate them or just terms and tools is one thing. When my and I also differentiate between the basic terms and so the meaning term is just more like ideology, power, and social actors. And for I think so many shows like I don't know which one is really important that I have to work with. How many reasons we have I just make like about this. I really like framing, programming, branding, and so framing is basically about how we present our idea or the context is shown to the public. It's like when you have an idea to make an article, we have the title, and the title is the main idea that we want people to understand first. Article, and then programming is like in an article media. There's a topic that you want to emphasize on top of it. So you're formatting that, and the reason is to be opposite of what kind of topic that you think it doesn't really matter, so you make them when I think about the ideology based on my understanding, ideology is like what people ideology in this course in CDA it is constructed like society, right? Like gender, power,
and then you just get lazy to edit everything.
The time is
Wow. So I just did it as a
first they told us that but suddenly they changed it and the proposal to have when do we have time to make a event or something?
Thank you.
Interpreting actually.
Not that big. I'm not that big.
I can see a lot of people using it for this the risk of horses walking in alcohol while using the horse. What is the horse shoe? Yeah, but the horse. It was designed to just to make horse it's way better.
honestly.